Now that a week has passed since the release of OP06, I'll be doing a wrap up on what leaders did well and what didn't. I'll be sharing my experience with the decks and matchups. This video will solely be for the OP06 leaders, and at the end I'll be putting them into an updated tier list based on the results we got this week. Before OP06 was released, I did a first impression leader tier list, which you can see over here. There are definitely some changes to it. So I'll briefly analyze each leader and include deck lists and rank them on the tier list. Another thing to take note is at the end of the day, the tier list is based on my opinion. Firstly, we have the red leader of this set, Uta. To nobody's surprise, Uta hasn't won any standard battles, flagship or unofficial events. As I predicted, losing resources to ramp is tough, especially when you're at 4 lives. Also, most of the stuff that you typically run in the deck doesn't have a counter, which is a problem I noticed when playing this deck. Here's a sample deck list for those who are interested, and although this deck has potential and is extremely fun to play with, competitive wise I rank it at a D tier. Next are the green leaders, and we'll start with Hoodie Jones. Similar to Uta, we have not seen any winning lists or news on Hoodie winning any events. The reason why I feel it is not as good is because Sakazuki and Moria exist in this format. The characters have really good effects, and the leader ability complements them. For now, this is a sample deck list, and I'm placing Hoodie above Uta. If you're a fan of fish, you should build him or play Yamato with the Fishman package instead. Next we have Yamato. Yamato has a lot more shows and wins, and even won the Miagi championship event today compared to the first two leaders. Its aggressive playstyle and being able to play characters from life for free is really strong. Being able to put the opponent on a clock with a double attack and potentially double attack with banish is really strong, especially against leaders with 4 lives. Firstly, we have the Miagi championship winning list, and here are a couple more lists that have won events for you to try out. Another thing to take note is, I believe the Yamato leader alternate art card is the most expensive leader compared to the others from OP06. So for now, I'm putting her in tier 1. Moving on to Perona. Unfortunately, similar to Hoodie and Uta, it didn't have many showings or winning events. However, this deck still has strong potential and is definitely better than Uta and Hoodie. Based on personal testing, I really love Perona control style play, but unfortunately she doesn't pair well with the Thriller Bug cards, but instead is paired with cards like Navy and maybe even the Don Quixote family. Here's a sample deck list for you to try out. It got 5-1 at the store event. So I'm putting this on the same tier as Hoodie, but of course it is much better than Hoodie. Next we have Reiju, a really interesting leader which has seen a few success too. What's interesting about this deck is 70 to 80% of the cards you see on every winning list are the same, as you'll want to play the Germa package. So what makes this deck different from another Reiju deck list are the tech cards that usually have around 10 slots to play around with. Here's a couple of Reiju lists for you to try out. I'm looking forward to seeing a Reiju deck with blue and purple good stuff being used. For now, I put Reiju at tier 2. Finally, the last leader, and I would say the strongest leader to appear out of OP06, Gecko Moria. What can I say? This deck has access to searching in the form of milling, able to cheat out characters, has card recursion, can KO cards on demand and build a board. Using the black package from Sakazuki, like the Rebecca Hina combo and Rob Lucci, along with the cost reduction events, all these are recipes for a top deck. Gecko Moria also sees a lot of play and might be the leader that has performed the best in the first week of OP06. In the Miagi championship, we had 5 Moria in top 16. Although the list wasn't shared for now, here are some of the lists that went 7-2 today. And of course, the king himself belonged in tier 1. To summarize, here's my updated OP06 tier list. Tier 1 we have Yamato and Gecko Moria, followed by Reiju in tier 2. And in tier 3 we have Perona and Hoodie Jones, and finally Uta in tier 4. And as you can tell, the obvious loser for this set is Uta. Next week will be the Tokyo Championship event, and I will also be streaming that. So I'm looking forward to see how the OP06 leaders continue to do in that event. I also intend to upload an OP06 meta tier list soon, so do keep a lookout for that. If you've enjoyed this video, drop a like and consider subscribing to the channel. We are really close to our goal of 5k subs, which we aim to hit before the end of the year. Let me know in the comments what you think of the OP06 leaders, and also follow me on Twitter for more One Piece TCG related content. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.